Will Hurricane Dorian affect Pittsboro?
I don't know. I hope not. I mean, yeah, it's going to affect Pittsboro. Hopefully, we won't have the power outages. I mean, that's one of the big things. We do, this area, Pittsboro and Chatham County, has a lot of gravel roads and dirt roads, and those culverts and the gravel can get washed out pretty bad. So that's one of the biggest expenses that we've seen are the roads, the private roads and the driveways that get washed out. Those usually aren't covered by insurance, so that's an out-of-pocket expense. And then we tend to get a lot of trees down. I hate trees. I hate trees because not only do they knock out the power, but they're expensive. I mean, I spent this weekend loading up a large cedar tree from last year's storm. So here it is a year later, and I'm just getting it taken care of now. So power outages, trees falling, and driveways washed out, I think are the things that we tend to deal with in this area. Hopefully it misses us and takes a hard right, and we don't get any of that. And then, of course, everybody knows how to prepare. One of the big things.
Buying milk.
Buying milk and bread. No, isn't that winter?
For the hurricane?
Well, the big thing that I think people need to do is when people are on wells, you don't have access to water if you have no power. Unless you have a generator and the generator is hooked up to the well, you're not going to, it's great that the refrigerator is running, but you still don't have access to water. So it's not a bad thing to fill up the bathtubs. You can open up the lid of your commode and, your septic still go to work and everything still go to flush. You can, unless you have an electric 2-chamber pump or whatever, but if you have a regular conventional septic or whatever, use that bath water and people still have access to being able to use the bathroom or whatever. And then of course, people can go a long time without food. You can't go a long time without water. So I think I heard already the food line here in Pittsburgh didn't have bottled water or whatever, but they've probably gotten some more in. So that's the big thing, is just prepare that we might be without power. But I'm hoping that it's not going to be that bad.